Naduvazhi refers to landlords, chieftains and descendants of royal households in the region now known as Kerala, India. Function. Prior to the British reorganization of the area now known as Kerala, it was divided into around 10 feudal states. Each of these was governed by a Raja and was subdivided into organizational units known as Nads. In turn, the Nads were divided into descendants, which anthropologist Kathleen Goff considers to be villages. However, the early 20th century historian Kavalam Panikar states that the descendants were themselves divided into amsas, and that these were the villages. He believes that generally only the amsas survived the reorganization. The person who governed the Nad was known as the Naduvazhi. It was an inherited role, originally bestowed by a king, and of a lower ritual rank than the royal lineages. Although Nair families, they generally used the title of Samantin and were treated as vassals. However, some Naduvazhi were feudatory chiefs, former kings whose territory had been taken over by, for example, the Zamorans of Calicut. In these instances, although they were obeisant to the Raja, they held a higher ritual rank than the Zamorin as a consequence of the longer history of government. They also had more power than the vassal chiefs. The Naduvazhi families each saw themselves as a distinct caste in the same manner as did the Rajas. They did not recognize other Naduvazhi families as being equal to them. The Naduvazhi maintained criminal and civil order and could demand military service from all Nairs below him. There was usually a permanent force of between 500 and 1,000 men available, and these were called upon by the Raja when required. All fighting was usually suspended during the monsoon period of May to September, when movement around the country was almost impossible. Roads did not exist, nor wheeled vehicles or pack animals, until after 1766. Titles. Kerala Naduvazhi titles: Karthavu, Kaimal, Mupal Nair, Thampi, the Valayathan, Unavthan, Nambriyar, Kara. Sometimes the Naduvazhi was given the additional title of Prabhu by the Raja if he had a higher than average number of Nairs under his command. He was called Daya-era Prabhu if he had 5,000 Nairs, and if he had 10,000 or more, then he was called a Pathanai-era Prabhu.